Thank you for joining. My name is Ben Briggs, and I grew up in Dallas, lived overseas for many years, moved here to Boerne, Texas, outside San Antonio, about 4 years ago, looking for commercial investment opportunities, and I found a great one. This one is a flex industrial business park. This type of warehouse is new style and perfect for small companies, medium-sized companies. The big builders aren't building these because they want to focus on bigger opportunities where they can make more money, and so it's low hanging fruit. Excellent opportunity. um, there's high demand in this area, a lot of growth happening here, and just not enough supply. So excellent project, and it combines a passion from my wife and I 10 years ago when we got involved in helping start a team fighting human trafficking in our city where we were living. And so this brings together a for-profit enterprise that's a blessing to our community. So let's dig in. Happy to share with you what we're up to here. Okay, so Freedom Place Business Park. Um, Uh, here's some pictures. It looks great. Our architects have done a fantastic job coming up with the designs, and we are getting ready to launch. Of course, these are estimates and projections, and past results do not guarantee future results. But um, let's walk through it. So this is the space. It's our property is 14.7 acres right on the highway, I-10. And so these two buildings are facing the frontage road. So excellent visibility from the highway, 36,000 vehicles per day going past. So these companies will love to be in here, get their signs up, get the visibility, the traffic. So the front two buildings have all the windows across the front, all the garage doors are in the back. So this is more of a retail product, more of an office showroom for some specialty companies. Maybe they're selling tile, selling stone, marble, selling machinery, all sorts of different things would be a good fit for here where they can have their office, their showroom, but in the back also have their storage or their processing, whatever it is. Um, Overall, the total project cost is about $19 million. 75% of that is coming from the bank, so that's about 14 million, which means we've got about 4.9 million of equity investors who are coming in. And we've got Class B, Class A investors. I can explain that in detail later. But the Class B investors are expecting to get a 22%. To be conservative, maybe 18 to 22%, but our pro forma right now is showing a 22% annualized return over the 4-year hold, and that's more than double your money during that time period. So good returns. And then from my side of the profits, that's where at the end of the project, I'm able to give a significant amount into the charities that are fighting human trafficking. This is our location right here. Boerne is a fast-growing suburb. Now it used to be its own town outside San Antonio. So we're right on the highway just north of Boerne. So right in the growth trajectory, right along this I-10 corridor. Um, and just all this uh, old ranch land here is turning into city, and so we are making opportunities. It's all these houses that are being built over here, and the trades workers, the plumbers, and the HVAC repairmen, they need places for their inventory, for their trucks, for their office staff, and so these are perfect type of warehouses for those trades craftspeople. We've got good looking project. You can see these two buildings, the office showroom right up here against the freeway at the bottom of the screen, and then five more warehouse buildings, which have the garage doors and the office, the man doors, um, along both sides of the building. And so those would be more for your blue collar warehouse facilities back the back five buildings, and then more the retail office showroom for the front two buildings. Good looking buildings our architects have been putting together. So our Class B LP investors would put in 2.7 million and they would expect 5.9 million back. So that's the 22% annualized return over that 4-year period. And then an estimated over $2 million potentially that I would be able to give from my side of the profits to fight human trafficking. This walks through some of the financials and explains that. Of course, I've got detailed pro forma calculations available. It has a yield on cost of 8.67%, which is strong, a project IRR of over 30%. So those are good returns. I like this green chart here, which shows the possibility based on just different ranges of the rental income, the revenue that we're able to generate. So we're estimating $18 per square foot of rental income. But if we get higher than that, like some of our competitors in the market who are getting $20 to $25 a square foot, then that will be a home run for us, and we could get it from 20 even to up to 50% or better annualized profits for our investors. Whereas if you go down and if we end up getting lower rents, we're still in the black, we're still breaking even. So there's a good cushion there. But most likely, according to our projections, we're going to get somewhere around that 18 to 22% give or take return for our investors. And of course, that depends on the exit cap rate as well. The other side of that of this chart, which is saying how much are we going to be able to sell it for at the end. Again, a good sales price would help us be more profitable, whereas a lower sales price still break even, get your money back, um, but anyways, it's good to have some cushion there to help us have profitability. Another rendering of what the property is expected to look like. We've got a strong team. Myself coming from a real estate background, and my colleague Lucas, who studied business finance and real estate finance in college. And we've put together this team. Here are some of our other team members. SBS Construction is our general contractor. They've been doing these metal frame buildings for 30, 40 years all across the Southeast US. They're based right here in Boerne. This is their backyard. So, but really these steel frame buildings, and they do beautiful work, as you can see. This is their bread and butter. And so very pleased to have them on the team. Our architects, great reputation here in San Antonio and very good to work with. They've done an excellent job. Project control, they help us with the administration and oversight of the construction side of things, keeping things on time and on budget, doing a great job. Valcor, excellent company. They're helping us with our lease up and our bringing in the tenants, the brokerage aspect, and they have a very strong reputation here in the area. So top-notch team that we've brought that has come together. We're so thankful. This is what the inside of the buildings would look like, more or less, before we finish them out for the tenants. And the tenants come in and they're allowed to do as they like to make it appropriate for their use. But this is the Boerne submarket is really hot. It's growing. It's everything over here on the map. You can see Bexar County in the middle. That's where San Antonio is. proper. And then just to the northeast is where Austin is. And so everything in between Austin and San Antonio is booming. It's farmland that's turning into city almost. And so Kendall County and Comal County has huge population growth, um, very strong. But if you look at the bottom chart, Kendall County has the highest average household income. And so not only do we have that huge population growth, the huge demand, but you also have the demographics of the higher income, which feeds well into what we're doing um, for this property, and just great overall uh, economy and background to have this demand, strong demand. The green line on this chart here showing the vacancy rate, the green line shows that we're close to zero, down around 3% vacancy, which is why we've seen whenever a property like this gets built, it's filled up very quickly, and that helps bring good profits. Some more you see over here in the far northwest, this area basically where we are, similar, just 0% vacancy on this report. So just good fundamentals to the market of where we are building. Here's our location right on I-10 with great frontage right there. Over 37,000 daily cars going past us. So just a good place to be right in the growth corridor north of Boerne, north of San Antonio. Some guys will come in and build this as a car garage, fancy place to hang out. But our main target, our main audience is going to be the blue collar, the plumbers, the HVAC repairmen, the woodcraft, woodworking shops, cabinet makers, things like this, who need the space, also need a place for their office staff and trucks and other equipment. There's some renderings of what it's going to look like. You can see over here it has the cargo in there and the truck in there with some office staff. That's the typical use. But it also works very well as a modern creative office, just an industrial flair to it, but you put some nice furniture in there and it works very well as a modern office. So this flex space lends itself very well to many different tenant types. You really see a mix of tenants in here. And so that just helps fill it up quickly when everybody wants to be there. And that's what I'm seeing. And as I go out and I meet with people in public and talk about this, we get companies that say, oh yeah, we need 10,000 square feet of that. We need 15,000 square feet of that. And so the sense is that this is going to fill up quickly. People are needing it. These are some of our competition in the market. The top one there was built in 1999. It's an older facility. You can see there's no windows or good office space. They didn't do their plumbing right, the approvals, and so they don't have bathrooms in the facilities. Of course, we'll have bathrooms throughout as tenants require that. But still, they managed to stay full, and so that one is right next to where we are. So just a good testament to the demand, the need for this type of product. The second one, Rust Lane Business Park, they also don't have the windows and the office. This one is just for storage, so it has less use cases for fewer tenants, fewer potential tenants, but they're still getting $18 a square foot, which is what we're underwriting. And they're not on a major highway like we are. The one at the bottom here, they are on a major highway. Their buildings look good and they stay full as well. They are getting $18 to even $25 per square foot for their units. And so we would love to be in that price range as well, getting up to $25. That would make us highly profitable if we could manage that as well. So strong project, good business fundamentals, and then to boost my profits, a significant portion of my profits get to go to fight human trafficking through this impact investment. So we make an investment and then it also has a positive impact on our community. This chart from Harvard is just showing the growth over recent years of how many more um, impact investments are happening these days, and just the potential that if we do more and more, then that augments the amount that we're able, that all across America, that we're able to donate to charities. Our mission statement is profit for purpose, using real estate to advance truth, free the oppressed, and awaken hearts to injustice. So at Freedom Place, that's what we're able to do, is to free the oppressed through this impactful investment. And just a bit of our story and how we got here. My grandfather, Ben R. Briggs, back in 1960, got into the real estate business in Dallas. I joined the company in 2013, following my father's footsteps as well. I helped direct the international sales team. And in 2016, my wife and I helped start a ministry in the red light district of our city and saw firsthand the devastations of human trafficking there, and um, helping with ladies and victims and helping them find new jobs and receive training and different things. But just seeing firsthand, we've got $236 billion per year uh, that the criminals are making through human trafficking, and we're only donating less than 1% to fight that. So just thinking, how could we use our real estate business to make an impact? In 2022, uh, in 2017, our family's legacy of historical sales volume exceeded $10 billion, and now we're over $20 billion. But then in 2022 is when I moved back to Texas, started Briggs Capital Investments, and looked at pursuing opportunities in high growth markets. Um, Last year in 2025, we bought this property right on I-10, and 2026, we're getting ready to start construction to generate profits, not only for our investors, but also with the goal of fighting human trafficking. These are some of the charities that we like, that we're considering for our donation at the end, but we still have time to figure out exactly how that's going to be. But overall, this explains some of the breakdown, the profit sharing, some of the fees to help keep the lights on, keep us operating during the course of the project, and the timeline of how that's going to work. But happy to answer any specific questions. And but let's get in touch. Thank you so much. Would love to have you join on the team.